Welcome back to a brand new episode of Saturday Long Play, episode 3 of Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver.
Like a corpse in a shallow grave, corruption rises to the surface. Beyond these pillars, the defiled victim mutely screams its outrage.
So, again, just like episode number 2, in this episode, I also showed you some stuff that I ended up doing either right after the last recording session or before this one. And I did end up finding that there is a one of these glyphs. There's another one of these that I can get. I can access them now with my abilities. So let me know what you guys think on how you want to see this done. I know accessing some of these glyphs is kind of difficult in terms, it's time consuming. So I do want to get them because as I mentioned before, I didn't get a lot of them or almost any of them in my original playthrough of the game. So I just wanted to see how you guys wanted me to approach that. Do you want me to do them in an episode? Do you want me to do them and do like a little cut down so as not to take up too much time with them? Just let me know what you think. And I will present that to you, however you like. But yeah, just let me know in the comments or on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. And just let me know what you think on how we should do that. All right, so let's take a look where we're at here. Okay, so that's... Okay. I think this is where we need to go, so let's just stick with that. Alright, so I'm going to try my hardest not to lose the Reaver. So it's actually only been between the last recording session, so between episode 2 and this being episode 3, it's only been about 2 days since I filmed last. So I'm, not, again, we make this joke all the time, but to pierce the veil a bit, I am playing this the day that the second episode aired. So I did get to see some comments, and so just want to let you know that I did see those. And if you have, any comments or anything you wanted to talk about in terms of lore, I will be reading comments so we can kind of discuss that stuff. One of the comments, there was technically a very long comment from the last episode, talking about the Reaver and how it, I mentioned in last week's video that, it was originally a blood-sucking a vampire blade, essentially, and it turns into the soul-devouring Soul Reaver by the time we get to this game. And the reason I was being so, I don't know if coy is the right word, but I was essentially downplaying that because there is a major plot element that happens in a later game here that I didn't want to give away. But I do know why that is the way it is, in case anybody was... Any fans of the series were wondering. God damn it, I'm being an idiot again. But yeah, so one of the things that I sort of figured out in my off time from last week's episode to this one is that I did find out that the area that we were just in last time is at some point meant to be an endgame area. I watched it was a video of it was like cut dialogue, I'm guessing, something to that effect, basically that changed the ending of the game. And it was that somehow Raziel defeats Kain, and he goes to the cathedral, and one of the clips that was actually at the beginning of this episode you saw was me climbing up that wall, and opening those pipes, and it kills all the enemies in the area.
ancient tomb of the Seraphim, once impenetrably sealed, now ravaged by Nosgoth's upheavals, its mysteries lay exposed. In the time of Vorador, centuries before Kain was made, the Seraphim warrior priests waged a merciless war against the vampire tribes of Nosgoth. Emboldened by righteousness, they committed unspeakable and indiscriminate acts of violence, massacring fledglings and ancients alike. They decimated entire bloodlines in mere decades. Now, their husks lay here, murderers enshrined.
So apparently, Raziel would have gone to the cathedral, opened those valves up, and it would essentially kill every vampire in the game. And that's sort of how you beat the game, or at least how it was originally intended. Obviously, that doesn't happen here in this version of the game, but yeah. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Again, a thing that I had never really seen before, just because of playing it so long ago. And the more I'm playing the game, the more I realize that there was a lot of stuff left unexplored. We got another cutscene.
Raziel, a forgotten history lies within. Know thyself, though it may destroy you.
Yeah, but there was a lot of things that I guess I just didn't see, or just didn't think I needed to do to explore or anything like that when I played this originally. And it's clearly been a lot longer since I played this than I thought. I thought I remembered playing this again when Defiance came out, so that would have been 2003, something like that. And that seems to make sense, but I can't say for sure, because I am one of those people that new entry in the series comes out. I try to brush up on what I've forgotten or what I didn't know. So it would have been like 2003 would have been probably the last time that I would have played Soul Reaver, and clearly I didn't. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't see. One of the other things that I found in the last recording that you guys can let me know how you want that to be approached. Again, another glyph, but I think I left it in. I did find there's like a big stone pillar in the cathedral that you can move when you get a later power up, and I think I kind of climb up there and swing the sword at it, just showing that I can't do anything with it right now. But you can access that later, so again, just let me know how you guys want me to approach that stuff. I know they can be time consuming, so I
pulled the stone free, a sigh of sepulchral air escaped the inner chamber. I was not prepared for what lay beyond this threshold. These crypts, defiled caskets of Seraphim saints, bearing my brothers' names and my own. The irony of Kain's blasphemous act rushed in on me with the crushing force of revelation. Were my hands not as bloody as these? Worse, I had spilled the blood of my brothers, these very comrades whose tombs lay ravaged before me.
Yes, Raziel, you were a Seraphim, born of the same force that all but destroyed your race. Before the dawn of the Empire, you were chosen. Kain, Nosgoth's solitary self-declared monarch, plundered this tomb and raised you from these crypts. Breathing his vampiric gift into your defiled corpses, he resurrected you as his favored sons.
So that's fucking wild, right? So obviously there's nothing in there because we've been taken out of our tombs. But the one important thing to note in this in this tomb is that we have a tomb for Malik. And for those of you who are familiar with the series or watched my Blood Omen 1 playthrough, you'll know that Malik was one of the bosses from Blood Omen 1. And I don't believe they ever referred to him directly as a Seraphan until this point. But yeah, so that's another hearkening back to the previous game. That's just sort of a subtle nod. As I believe I mentioned before. Oh, wow. Okay. So. Sorry, I'm completely getting thrown off guard here. Because there's so much of this game that I remember much differently. I didn't remember getting this fight, this moment here that we're about to do until much later.
Heretic, you shall not pass.
Such loyalty to one who has you guarding this outpost like a chained dog. Do you prosper on the scraps he casts you?
Your insults will do nothing to blunt the agonies of your demise.
Kain killed me once. Behold the result. I have no more to fear from you.
So if I'm not mistaken, well, I mean, I know the answer. So Terrell, your brother, was originally supposed to give you the power up that we're going to get from this guy. I believe we get a power up from him. Yes. But for whatever reason, he was cut. And they sort of explain it later in the series about where he is and what's going on with him. But because they didn't continue after...
has infused you with the power to compress and manipulate space. As your symbiotic weapon, the Soul Reaver is also thus enhanced. You may focus and project an orb of kinetic energy to strike objects that are otherwise beyond your reach.
Okay, so if you hold that in, so if you hold in triangle, it boosts up it gets your shot ready, but you can aim again with the shoulder buttons. Okay, is there anything else or do I just need to keep shooting it? That could be a possibility. So there's actually a couple of different areas that we can access now that we have this. That area that I was talking about before, that we could access one of the glyphs or whatever, that's available to us now because we have this power up. And the stained glass window from the cathedral is like right towards the beginning, has a breakable window there and a climbing wall that we can climb up to access. I don't remember exactly what the prize is there, but I believe it might be a health upgrade. I don't remember offhand, but that's something we can look into, and I can also do after the episode. Yeah, I try not to mess the guys that are like glowing blue. They do that health drain ability, and I try to avoid getting hit by those guys in particular as much as possible because they are a pain. And I just don't feel like dicking around with them. Okay, so Where does this take us? Is this just going to take us back to where we were? Yeah. Okay, so this takes us back out to the main area. Alright, let's go back into that room and see what else is there. That's clearly a way back to here, but I feel like there's more stuff that we need to do in that previous area. So we're just gonna go back here and switch. And there's a vampire, and we're just gonna run, because I don't feel like dealing with it. Don't care. While looking up some stuff, so I was just trying to get some info on where to go next and what was progress and what wasn't. But one of the things I did find is that if you don't attack, apparently if you don't attack humans and you jump, like you basically just jump over them instead of attacking them, they'll basically bow to you. And if you, and I haven't confirmed this, but if you don't attack any humans like after this, apparently none of them will attack you. Now I haven't confirmed this because I haven't personally done this, and this was just me reading from a walkthrough, but you know, it could be plausible. I haven't tried it, and if I get the chance to, I might give it a shot. I don't know if it's a one-time thing where now that I've killed it's not like the hopefully it's not like the Bloodborne when you see Durja in Old Yarnum. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that to be a thing. So we can actually shoot this guy if we want. It'll knock him back. That is the convenient thing about having this now, is that if you've got a lot of enemies, you can use the blast to kind of push them back away from you, which I'm a big fan of. Let's take a look and see if there's anything else in this room. I doubt that there is, but okay, so here we go. So we're going to go down here. I probably should have shifted instead of just jumping in the water, but I mean, I guess it probably doesn't matter that much, all things considered. Let's take a look. Doesn't look like I can go up anywhere. There's the portal. I don't know why I didn't remember this. Like, I thought this area was much later than it is. Like, I thought we fought Rahab, which is the brother that gives you the swimming power. I thought you fought him first before you did this. But again, I mean, I haven't, it's been a very long time since I've played it, so, you know, my memory on these things, you'll have to excuse my memory if it's bad. Let's take a look up here first, because I saw another portal, and I'm wondering why that's there. Why would you put two so close? I will take this just in case. You can also, and I think I've done it before, but you can throw the weapons as well, if that's something you want to do. It's very possible to do. Okay, so we're up here. Let's see. That's not an opening, so we need to try to land on these beams. Can we even do that? We can. Okay. Okay, we can go there. What I really need to do is go that way. Let's see if we can grab onto this. Nope. Okay. So we're probably going to have to do some spectral shifts here and see if that raises some platforms or things like that. I'm guessing that's why there's probably two portals here, but we'll see. So let's get back up there, since you can't do the wall climb in the spectral realm. You can't climb on climbable walls until Defiance, for some reason, which they like barely explain. They're just like, no, yeah, he can do it now. It's fine. Don't worry about it, nerd. Okay, so let's see. Okay. I'm not sure that helped. Well, maybe it did. Did this help? Or did this just... Yeah, I think it did. Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. And we, like, once... wait. But now the issue becomes that I can't... Oh, I'm an idiot. I know what I have to do. I keep forgetting that I have this fucking... Oh, shit. I keep forgetting that I have this fucking power-up. Alright, is this the way to go? Or is that back? This is back. So let's go forward. It is convenient that they give you a portal. In pretty much in any fighting scenario, they give you a portal fairly close. Really close enough that you shouldn't have to worry about getting sent too far back. But there are some scenarios where it puts a portal much further back, just to sort of punish you for doing something stupid. What I actually really love about Defiance is you have the ability in that game, because you not to spoil the series too much, but you do end up fighting with the Elder God, so he kind of takes away your ability to shift by using portals. So in Defiance, you actually have to basically use a dead body to come up. So you like do this transformation where you're essentially like someone else's corpse, and you sort of shed their corpse and become yourself. It's pretty neat. It's a neat little animation. And so, just like anything, it might, the animation might be a little long or whatever. But it's pretty cool. And like I said last time, it's definitely the most diverse of the games in terms of just, the way it plays and the combat mechanics and the platforming and stuff like that. It's definitely the most interesting. Soul Reaver 2 is basically just it's not just but this is a kind of a bad way to... It sounds bad when I say it like this, but this is true about it, is that it's essentially just a PS2 version of this game. It tightens up some things. It makes the combat is a little easier. Obviously, the graphics look incredible. It looks really good for a PS2 game. But yeah, it's definitely a good game. It's very much a PS2 version of this. It just cleans some things up and that kind of stuff, and the mechanics are fairly similar. They fix some things like the terrible, zipping around like you do when you're running in this game and things like that. But is that really all this is? There's really nothing else in here other than that. Okay. Well, it's good to use. I should really show you guys the glyph that I have, so we can take a look at what that looks like. I was gonna question why that guy was alive, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so I apologize if I start going in circles here because a lot of this stuff looks the same. Okay, so this is where we came from. A lot of these hallways look the same. I know somebody, I think it was Nido, posted in the last episode that the cathedral area kind of starts getting very confusing, and it does. That's kind of one of the things about this game that I think the follow-up games are much better about, is that it differentiates the areas enough that you can get to where you need to go without feeling like you're walking in circles or anything like that. It's definitely a lot better about that. I can walk in here. What is this going to do for me, though? Okay, so there's a window there. I feel like I probably have to blow these windows out, so I probably can't even go in here yet. But we'll go back and use the portal, and we'll switch out and shoot those real quick and see what we can do with that. I'm guessing that's part of the mechanic of this part, but we'll see. Okay, great, cool. All right, great. You know what? We're gonna do this. We're doing it. I don't know what that did exactly, but I did it. Oh yeah, it did some damage. Alright, I need that soul. Come on. Come back to me before this guy comes back. Grab him. But yeah, so you know, there's little mechanics and stuff in the game, in this game that are kind of, you know, they're definitely old-fashioned. There's no question about that. But you know, you got to do what you can, and the game is not so rough to play that, you know, it's unplayable or anything like that. And I think I mentioned this in the last video, or maybe even in the first video as well, but I have seen some reviews of this game that were very rough. And again, it's an older game, so it's hard to give it a perfect score or anything like that, but okay. Okay. Interesting. Not what I would have expected. So what the hell am I supposed to do here? I can't reach that. I can't get in here. I can't blow any of those windows out. Maybe this is a thing for later times. I don't know. Alright, well I guess we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to that main area and see what else there is to do.
We'll return after these messages.
Alright, so I'm just being dumb and not remembering that I need to use the items that the game gives me, because apparently I was supposed to do this. So now what I should be able to do is switch back to this. Hopefully we can get through here before I get hit. Kill these guys. Maybe fight the one that's right next to you instead of the one that's on the other side of the fucking cage. I don't want to tell you what to do, game, but maybe don't be an idiot. So now we can jump up on here, climb up here. God damn. Get the fuck out of here, nerds. There we go. Give me that. Great. Okay, so this away. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. There's going to be some times, I think, in this playthrough where I'm just going to have to just to stop and take a look and see what it is that I'm doing and where I should be going. So I am, you know, in case it wasn't clear, I am using a guide to help me along here. Because there are some times where I just don't know where to go. Now, I'm not using it all the time. Let me make that clear as well. But, so that takes us to that. I'm guessing that back there with the stairs was to lead us to here. So we're just going to go for it. Okay. Well, that went well. Spear. Okay, so where is the nearest ledge? If I spectral shift, does that bring... Yes, it does. Fucking fantastic. Okay. and I know and I mentioned this earlier, like I know it's an older game, but there are some times where I just wish it was a little bit better at giving you an idea of what you were supposed to do. So there wasn't situations like I just had where, and I'm sure it's partly my fault as well. I'm not going to not take the blame for that and say that the game's too hard or anything, but it just would have been nice to have a clearer idea of where I was supposed to go, or rather what I was supposed to do there. A better understanding of that.
Once a sanctuary against the vampire menace, this abbey has been drowned by the deluge spilling from this wounded land. Your brother Rahab and his brood, devastated even by the feeble rays of Nosgoth's sun, overcame their vulnerability to water and retreated from the surface. Now they haunt these ruins and glide in the darkness of its stagnant depths.
Rahab's guys are really interesting looking because they kind of look like, let's take a look and see where we need to go here. So we can drop down. But like they kind of look like snakes, but they also kind of look like water creatures. Like obviously they're supposed to be water creatures, but they definitely have like this weird snaky look to them, which I think is really kind of weird and neat. Not something you really expect from a water area to have like a snake enemy, but it's kind of cool. I kind of dig it. And Rahab's boss fight is definitely one of the easier is kind of a word that I would use to describe it. Not that any of the boss fights thus far have been extremely difficult or taxing or anything like that, but his is really easy. So much easier than it needs to be. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna keep going around. Okay, there's an entrance over there, so we're gonna go that way. Also, for those of you who maybe didn't catch the beginning of this playthrough, I am emulating this, so if there are some weird slowdowns or anything like that, it's just due to the emulation, and it was because I had issues with the PC version, as I'm sure if you're a fan of this series and this game in particular, you'll know that the PC port of this, Good Old Games or not, Good Old Games or Steam versions, are both not all that great. And the Dreamcast version was at too high a frame rate, and it was like playing through everything entirely too fast. I actually did this weird speed test with it, where I opened up somebody else's recorded footage from the Dreamcast with it, and played the game side by side, like just played the cutscenes essentially along with them, and it was basically double the speed. But it was hard to tell because of the voice, like because it's not a typical. I don't know how many audio nerds are out there, but just because something's played at double speed doesn't necessarily mean that the audio sounds like the Chipmunks. There are ways to speed up audio without changing the quality of the audio. So it was one of those things where it was like, okay, this is clearly faster, but I don't know what I can do. Like, am I just hearing it differently? Is the game itself just different? So it was really hard to sort of figure that one out. And because of all the issues with emulator sites and stuff going down, it was very difficult to find a Dreamcast emulator. The one I used that didn't have a lot of settings options that you could adjust was Redream, and it looked really nice, and it played really well as well, but because the game was clearly set at 30, it wasn't emulating the game properly. And for those of you who are emulator enthusiasts or anything like that, you can call that label that however you like. it's hard to get ROMs for games now. There's a lot of sites out there that are just trying to get you to download an exe file and, put this ad bot on your computer or whatever. But there are still some genuine ROM sites out there. It's a lot more difficult to get to them than it used to be. We almost, I wouldn't say everything, but for a lot of games, damn it. For a lot of games, especially the PS1 that we have discs for, we either use the PS3 and record HD footage that way, or we'll take the genuine disc and put it I still have a CD drive because Adam makes fun of me all the time for nobody has CD drives anymore. But yeah, so I have a disc drive, and we'll take a copy of the game and put it in the emulator and run it whenever that's applicable. There are some games that we've done where that's just not doable. We actually did it for those of you who watch some of our other content. Sorry, I just need to readjust myself here. We did, and we always do, a series of horror games during Halloween called Boogin Month. And so we did Silent Hill Origins. And I had the PS2 version, which I know is not the best version of that game. The PSP version is better. But anyway, so we were running the PS2 version of the game in the PS2 emulator. God damn it. In the PS2 emulator. And, there was some texturing issues. And there are certain games that, despite even having a genuine disc, just don't want to run properly. In the case of our Sonic the Hedgehog 2 or Sonic Adventure 2 playthrough, we had issues with the Dolphin emulator. Just a lot of information happening at one time, and the emulator just can't handle it. Sorry, I gotta fix my shit again. My whole setup is like all over the place. Alright, back to it. Here we go. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do here is, to avoid me doing this over and over again, I'm just going to scum save every time I make one of these jumps. Because there's no reason for you, the viewer, to have to sit here and watch me do these jumps over and over again. It's borderline horrible to expect that you would want to sit here and watch me try to remake these jumps over and over again. And just as I say that, I forgot to scum save on that jump, so we're just going to do that now. Okay, so you can't make that. So what can you make? Or unless I'm just being a dumbass about it. I might be being a dumbass about it. There we go. Got it. All right. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. Yeah, so I didn't even get to... We ran into these enemies and I didn't even get a chance to talk about it. But see how they have that, like, sort of cobra headdress kind of thing? Like, the headpiece kind of looks like a cobra. And so, as a kid, I always thought they were very, like, snake-like. They're kind of like shark or, like, manta ray-like as well. With the... the sharp teeth and all that stuff gives them a very shark look. But the head thing also gives them sort of a manta ray look as well, which I think is kind of cool. All right, let's get this. I know, you're very tough and you're hurting me. Okay, let's just whip that because we're not going to need it, because it's not going to do me any good. And let's get another torch. One of the things I think is kind of great and goofy about this game is that, like, these vampires leave all these tools of, like, being able to get killed by them around. Like, they've got, like, all these spears lying around and all these torches. They're just hanging out by the water, like just chilling in the sunlight, doing whatever. I don't know, I think it's kind of funny. Okay, so we clearly can't go any further without shifting, so here we go. Let's drop down here and see what we get. My hope is that this isn't going to take us... Alright, so my guess is that looks like another stained glass window that we're going to have to break. So my assumption is that we're going to have to come back here when we have our swimming power up that we'll get from beating Rahab. But where am I supposed to go right now? This way, I'm guessing. Okay.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Okay, so I'm back. At least I think I am. Yes, I am. So apparently there was a ledge right here that I was supposed to use that was going to take me somewhere that isn't that same area I was stuck in before. So I'm not sure... Do I have to jump into that window, maybe? Okay, I guess I did. Now what? I can't see anything. Do I just have to keep going? Oh, there's a climb. Oh my god. I was like, what the fuck? How are they expecting me to do this? Is there something else up here? No. So this is just it. Just, they put that there for... Oh god, I forgot. So his, like, going side to side animation is the worst, and it's basically non-existent. It is useless. Hold on, I got a scum save. Okay, sorry. So here we go. So that's the thing about this, again, about making jumps in this game. Is like you can do it, and it's not... Obviously, it's not undoable. Like, it's not undoable. It's not impossible. But as you can see with shit like that, it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world to do accurately. And like, it's almost easier if you can sort of make Raziel kind of like do a big enough jump that he kind of half-ass misses. If you get him to like kind of half-ass miss, you can actually just like grab onto the ledge. Oh great, there's another one of these fucking a-holes. Whatever, I don't care. I'm just gonna run past you because I don't give a shit. Okay, so here we go. So we're gonna scum save that real quick because we got another perilous jumping section. So, I mean, you can use your, just like in any other platforming game, you can kind of use your, yeah, see, that's not what we wanted. You can use your shadow to help you land. So it's not, not an impossible task, but the game is just so floaty and weird when it comes to running and moving your character around the stage that, you know, I certainly wouldn't blame you if you fucked up making jumps. Like, I'd almost just fucked that up completely. I think we're actually, I don't know for sure, but I think we might be at the boss. Because I know that this center area is, you know, like Rahab's hangout or whatever. So here we are at the top of the building. Where can we access here? That? Here we go. Let's go over there. I have no idea is that something... Okay, I guess that is something I can interact with. Huh. Again, lots of stuff about this that I don't remember. But even as an adult, you know, there are clearly sections that even playing it right now that, like, I've gotten tripped up on. Well, I guess I could have just switched over for that. I feel like this is... I don't know for sure. I don't want to say it until I find this out. I feel like this is just gonna take us to this bottom of this area. Oh no, okay, this is different. But like I would have, if I hadn't, oh, this is the boss. Okay. If I hadn't looked at that walkthrough, I would have missed that, little ledge completely. Because I would have just thought that I needed to proceed on. There was only one other door. And, you know, it's not Last of Us or, Uncharted or anything like that kind of gives you that indicator of what you're supposed to be able to grab. Kind of like, what else did that? Tomb Raider? I mean, there was a lot of them that did it. But I think you guys know what I'm talking about. So, if I remember this correctly, this is a lot easier than it appears. He's real ugly looking. It kind of looks like a dog, like a water dog.
Rahab, you have adapted well to your environment, for one so maladjusted.
Do not mock me, Raziel. You of all of us should respect the power bestowed by a limitation overcome. Kain said you would come.
You speak with the murderer?
You would do well to mind your blasphemous tongue.
What more did he tell you?
That you would destroy me.
I will indeed. But tell me, before I tear your soul from its moorings, do you know what we were before Kain spawned us?
Human.
Seraphan, Rahab. The antithesis of all we ever believed.
Does it matter? We were lost. He saved us.
Saved us? From what?
From ourselves.
Alright, so here we go. This is what you have to do. And he'll attack you, and I don't know... I think you can still do this with your regular force power. Yeah, you can. So, he'll shoot at you and stuff. You can honestly just avoid him. Like, you don't even have to pay attention to what he's doing, really. As long as you have enough health, you can sort of just fucking forget about everything he's doing. And since we have the health upgrade, it gives us enough health that we don't have to worry about his bullshit. Oh, come on. Let's do this without losing any health. There we go. Beat him. I'm going to start talking, and then as soon as I do, the Elder God's going to speak. There it is.
Rahab's soul, you have overcome your former vulnerability to water's touch. Immersion in water will no longer dissolve your physical body, enabling you to swim to areas heretofore beyond your reach.
Okay, so there you go. That's the Rahab boss fight. We did it. So yeah, so that's how we swim. But the one thing that I'm reminded of in this game, or that I've been playing the series between Blood Omen and this game, is that this series desperately needs a reboot of some kind, because I feel like this game in particular, out of the two of them, has so much potential for just, interesting, creating more interesting boss fights, and that kind of stuff, and building on the action mechanics of being able to attack and things like that. In terms of the actual mechanics of fighting in the game, I feel like you can really...
Beyond the maelstrom of the abyss, a subterranean tunnel leads northward to the clan territory of your brother Dumas. Endowed with Rahab's soul, you may swim to gain entry where your progress was previously impeded.
I feel like you could have this, and maybe this is just me and my love of Dark Souls, but like this is really... Why is he dead? What did he die from? That was weird. But this series could really be a game that would benefit from Dark Souls style combat. Making, because there aren't a lot of, and as you've seen, there aren't a lot of encounters in this game. So to be able to make the encounters, make each encounter just like an event, basically. That's what I was trying to say, an event. To make these encounters an event, I think would really... you can't rotate the camera while you're in the water? That's stupid. Would really make the few encounters that you have in this game, because you're not constantly fighting enemies. I wouldn't say you fight enemies more in this than you would a Dark Souls game, and so I feel like that would make the encounters that you have with enemies sort of have a lasting impression. And you can also give yourself, give the player the ability to fight different enemies. By changing the combat, you can change the enemy types that you're fighting, and that can really spice up gameplay as well. Alright, so I want to see what this is down here, and then we will investigate the next story area. And again, please don't forget to comment and let me know how you guys want me to handle the glyphs. Do you want to see those at the beginning of a video? Because I think I've unlocked at least 2 now that we can go to, maybe even 3. But just let me know how you guys want me to tackle those, and I can either put them at the beginning of a video, at the end of a video, or we can sort of do like a cut down kind of thing, just so you can see what what the area is all about, and you don't have to watch the whole thing. Whatever that's going to be. What the fuck is this down here? This might be another, Also, the swimming is not good, in case that wasn't clear by my, constant bashing my face against shit. But, it's not easy to control. It sucks, mostly. Luckily, you don't have to do a bunch of it, which is nice. But, yeah. Okay. Oh, cool!
This elemental forge is tuned to the Soul Reaver's energy. Once baptized in this primordial flame, the blade may be imbued with fire at any future time.
Cool. So that's awesome. I forgot about that. So that's really neat. I didn't even remember that. I mean, I never got this before. So, and again, I know that this stuff exists now. But as a kid, I never got that. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know that was possible. I just played the game and that was it. Alright, so let's try to control the camera a little. So that's where I came from. Let's see what happens. I mean, obviously there's just going to be more of these guys, but I'm going to guess that this doesn't go anywhere or do anything, but I'm here, so I'm just going to check it out. Whee! So yeah, if nothing else, I will do the 2 glyphs. Is this where I went down before? Or is this a different set of steps? Does this just go to the same place? Yeah, I will definitely do the glyphs one way or the other. So, you know, whether they're on camera or not, they'll be there. Okay, so this is the same area. So I will have them for the next episode one way or the other. Yeah, just, again, let me know how you guys feel about that. I know they take some time, so I don't want to spend a bunch of time on them if that's not something you guys are interested in. If you're more interested in the story, then, you know, we can do that. Not a big deal one way or the other. All right, so let's go back up these steps, and we're just gonna leave. Yep, we're just gonna leave. So this is where we came from. But that's cool though. I'm glad I got that. I again, that's one of those things I never got as a kid. So there was a portal back before, like, where the boat was, that, you know, we could possibly go get. Maybe I can do that off camera as well, because I don't think we're gonna need it for anything right now. Oh, son of a bitch, why did I even bother doing that? Because I just gotta walk through the store anyway. So, the area that we're going to next is, if we go to, and it's going to take us not a super long time, but we're going to have to go back a ways to get there until we find it. Well, we didn't unlock a teleporter in this area, so it's going to take some time for us to get back. But we're going to go back to the Abyss, where we got thrown into the beginning of the game, and we're going to cross the broken bridge and go that way, and that will take us back. There is an opening there that we have to go to move forward. So that's where we're headed right now. So I will actually be right back, and when you see the gameplay footage again, that's where we'll be. Wait, what? How do I leave?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Okay, so I'm back, and I am not back where I promised I would come back, because I had to leave in a very weird way because that door was closed. I mean, I guess I could have just died, but as it turns out, that would, looking back on it now, that probably would have been easier. But right now, I'm like, with the area where I found the fire element sword, there was an escape there that I had to go to, and I know exactly where this takes me. This takes me back to the beginning of the game. One of the areas that I thought we would have to investigate later on, but it turns out we wouldn't. So I think, let's take a look at this real quick and see if this is the way to go. It's possible that this is it, but I honestly don't remember what's what down here, so you'll have to excuse me if I fuck this up. Ah, see, this is another one of the elemental thingies. So I think that's another section that I will have to do, again, at your discretion. You know how you guys want me to do that. I might not even actually be able to access that right now. I don't know for sure, because I didn't go in there, but that might be one that I might not even be able to do right now. So here's this. This is, I believe, how we get back out here. So yay, we're back. Thank God. That took a lot longer to get back here than I would have ever hoped. Why you couldn't just leave, I don't know, but, you know, it's this game, so it is what it is. Again, it wasn't very clear until you walk past it, that you can even go down that, or excuse me, swim past it, that you can even exit that way. But it is what it is. So we're gonna head back to the Abyss, and that's where we'll pick up. So I'll actually see you in a second. Oh, well, looking back on it, I don't know if I'll actually cut or not, but because that was quick. So we'll see. So what we have to do here is we have to make it across this gap, and now that we can go in the water, what we can do is, originally I always thought that you had to that you had to get the climbing power up to get across here, but that's not true. You actually use the swimming power up to sort of launch yourself up there. So, all right, here we go. Forward progress. Doesn't look like there's really anything of note. It's so weird to when you get the swimming power up, because you're so used to when you hit water that you just do spectral shift. That it's like kind of surprising when you don't. It's kind of weird, actually. Okay, so, well, let's get this guy. Since he wants to dance. The cool thing about the torches, I mean, obviously they seem like a pretty one-use item, because the flame dies as soon as you use it. But if there are bonfires around in the game, and if you find one, you can always light it again and use the torch again. I feel like there's going to be, for this episode, there's going to be a lot of health ups and stuff that I'm going to get off screen. So there might be it might be a jam-packed beginning of the episode for next time. We'll see what happens. This also might be a shorter video, just because of all the times I got lost and stuck and things like that. So while it may only appear to you that we'll have done, whatever, an hour and a half, it'll probably be more like 2 hours with how long I genuinely got stuck while playing this. So, just bear with me. Can I open these doors? I cannot. Are we really fighting Dumas next? So, Dumas has this power in the game that I completely forgot about until looking at the walkthrough. This is a thing that you have to do. You basically just run around stuff, and it I don't know, use some kind of power, and it basically activates switches and stuff like that. I don't think you can actually do damage to enemies with it, though I don't remember for sure. But yeah. So we gotta find where... there's another bonfire. So we gotta find where we need to go here. This is the way we came in. And I was expecting Elder God to be like, hey, dude, welcome to this new area. Didn't really get that. I can't reach that. Let's walk over here and see if there's anything. Is this where I came from? No, this seems different. Let's swallow this guy's soul. I am not getting my Reaver back anytime soon, I don't think. But I guess that is what it is. Ooh, a portal. Haven't had one of these in a while since we skipped the one in Rahab's area. Alright, so that's good to go. So let's get the fuck out of here. Or do I need to actually, like, use it? Okay, so I used it. Great. Alright, let's go back. Okay, so let's go back out into this area and see if we can figure something out. Maybe I'll do a spectral shift here. Oh, there's a climbable wall right there. How convenient. Oh, this goes really high up. Oh, fuck. That was stupid. Okay, well, let's just climb back up. Climb back up. There we go. Okay. So once we get up here, I'll do like a crouch jump, and because we should be able to make it over there. So I'm guessing whatever we need to do, yep, is on this side of the wall, and I was correct. All right. Doors.
This city once teemed with the life of my kind. Could it be that other clans had suffered the same fate as mine? In his madness, could Kain spare none of his brood?
It was not Kain, but Duma's own arrogance that brought the downfall of his clan. These are human weapons, Raziel. Believing themselves invincible, Duma and his offspring failed to see an attack coming from the least likely assailants. Complacent in their arrogance, they were taken by surprise, allowing the human vampire hunters to decimate their ranks with little resistance. The few that escaped have been reduced to scavengers.
Alright, here we go. So I feel like if I pick this... Okay. Normally if you pick those kinds of... If you pick weapons and stuff up when it's still in a vampire or whatever, usually it'll just make them stand back up and you'll have to fight them, and that's annoying as shit. But I guess since they're already dead, since they're cutscene dead, it doesn't matter. Oh, one of these fucking guys. What's up, dickhead? You trying to fight? You want to fight about it? Cool. So, does that mean that there's not going to be any vampires in this area? Maybe this is only humans in this area? I don't know now. There's sometimes like and I'm sure you can hear it in the game, but like sometimes there's like human speaking in the soundtrack. Sorry, I had to like fix some stuff. Like there definitely seems to be like human like dialogue in some of the soundtrack, and it's very strange. It makes it like very uncomfortable. Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Ugh. Fucking gear puzzles. All right. Why is that purple? It's probably some material realm lighting that's like just looks weird in the spectral realm or something. So it seems like there's a lot of... you know what I realized? I haven't found a portal yet. But guessing by the fact that these guys are here, I'm guessing I'm going to see one sooner rather than later. Yeah, I see you guys, I just don't care. Okay, I can't... Can I not do anything with this? Okay, cool. Interesting. So, let's see if we can get that from somewhere else. Huh. Where does this go? Oh, is this like a square or something? God damn it, seriously? I think there's one right on the other side of that door. Does that seriously mean I can't do anything here? This is what you get for not having a fucking portal nearby. You bitch. Suck on that. So I don't think I can do anything with this. No, it looks... Well, let's try it. I'm here. Let's see if it... Yeah, it's definitely way too high, but... Yeah. Okay. So there's a portal back there. That's just a flat wall. So let's go back. I mean, I guess I can't really... There we go. I don't know why the edge detection is so weird on this. It's like like sometimes it doesn't recognize that you're running up against something. Is this the way? Okay, this is the square. Okay, so let's see. Is there anything that I can climb up on in here that's going to benefit me in any way? It doesn't look like it. So I need to be in the material realm to be down here. And I can't access the one that's behind this door. Right? Let's just, for the sake of trying it. Okay, so that's... Even though that's... Well, I mean, I guess it's a little more solid than the other one, but that's fine. So we're going to go back this way and see what we can run into here.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Guys, I'm a complete fucking moron. I don't understand. See, the biggest issue that I have, and I continue to have while playing this game, is that I start to think I'm doing the right thing in the right way, and then turns out I'm doing it the exact opposite way. So all I had to do was move that block to the other side. Excuse me. To be able to access this, but let's that was a bad choice. Let's scum save real quick, and let's jump up here and see if we can reach that, and we can't. So what does that leave us with? Down here? What is down here? Oh, down here is the other side of the... Okay. So this is back towards the entrance. Got it. So what can we do with this? Is there a door there? No. So is this a put it in front of the light kind of deal? No? Okay. So where does this need to go? Oh, wait. Does that mean there's a ledge up there? It does. See, the game's smarter than I give it credit sometimes. For as much as I bitched about some of the other mechanics in the game, it definitely led me to that one, that's for sure. Alright, so let's go up here. Hui! Okay, great. This is good. This is good. We missed it. Shit. And there's nothing else, right? I mean, this is the from the beginning area. Okay, so I just fucked up that jump, that's all. That would suck to have to redo that again. Ugh, that would be terrible. Alright, I guess we're actually going to see whatever this area is now. I don't remember this. Holy shit. I know I keep saying that, but it is genuinely tough for me to remember this. Okay, so that is... There's blocks there. And... I mean, I'm guessing I can't do my swim jump high enough to reach that. No, that's what I thought. Okay, so... Stop. Come on. Here we go. Jump up there. can't use those. Can we jump? We can jump up here, though. Yeah, let's turn this. Let's see what this does. I think it's so funny that, like, the part I have the biggest problem with in this game is always, like, the dumb platforming thing that, like, should be more blatantly obvious than it is. And I just miss it and I don't know why. It's just, I always fucking miss it. Alright, so let's move this closer to the center. And we'll move this. Let's get it from the other side. Because we're going to have to stack these, so I'm going to have to move this one all the way to the right. Or all the way to the left, and then I'm going to have to flip it up. And I think what I might have to do is I might have to bring... No, that's not what I wanted. I hit jump instead of toss. So let's try that. No, I'm guessing that's not going to be enough. No. So I'm going to have to come over here. And how many blocks are there here? Just... There's 3. So that's what I figured. So I'm going to have to... Oh, there's 4. How does that work? Okay, so let's bring that one there. We'll bring this one here. Come on. Bag it up. Bag it up and bag it up and bag it up, bag it up and bag it up and bag it up and bag it up, bag it up. Is there another one? No, that's just a hole, right? Okay, so push it, and then we're gonna throw it up. We're gonna bring one over, because I need to be able to stand on it. Bring it here, and then what? Can I pitch that one up? I should be able to, right? Yeah. So I'm guessing I've got to do 2 over there. Because I'm guessing, yeah, because I got to get one more up there, which means I need 2 over there. So I'm going to I'll actually just pitch this one up and take this one over here and put it in the same position so I can pitch another one up. And then I will go over and we'll move the last one on top. Ugh. Yeah, this episode has been kind of a mess because, again, the further into this game we get, the less I've played it in recent memory. So tell me I just fucked that up. I definitely just fucked that up, didn't I? Because there's no way for me to fucking do the thing I need to do. Son of a bitch. Fucker. Son of a bitch. Can I redo this? No. Oh, wait. Dumbass. I can shoot it. I completely forgot about that. I don't know why I keep forgetting about it.
We'll return after these messages.
I promise that I'm not a complete moron, even though how I may have handled this puzzle may have made you think that. because I literally had to reset it because I fucked it up. As a matter of fact, I don't know how you would have reset this without doing what I did, which was scum saving, because it didn't seem like there was a way for me to reset it other than to shoot all the blocks off. So let's see. So I can't reach that, but I can still bring up another block, which is what I need to do. So let's go over here. I'm gonna lift this block up to there, and we'll move this guy here. And we'll check out what this progress is here in a minute, and then I think that's going to be it for today's episode, because this has been a lot of me getting really confused, and not to make excuses, but like I said, this is later in the game, and I haven't played this area as much, so my knowledge on it and some of these other late game areas is going to be a lot different. Okay, so let's move this over, and then we should be good to climb up and see what we got going on in this next area. Yeah, that should have definitely been easier than I made it out to be, that's for damn sure. So we can do a big jump there, and a big jump here, and here we are. Alright, let's see what's up ahead here. This area is also a lot bigger than I would have thought for a later game area. But, it is what it is. Okay, so can I grab this ledge? I can. Oh, boy. Okay, well, this is where we're going to pick up from next time. Again, let me know what you think about the glyphs and stuff, and all that jazz, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.